Hey yo, so I watch a lot of anime and there are some things I'd like to talk about Spring 2021. So I've decided to give you credible, unbiased, and reliable anime tier list. So let's go. Now, starting off with the famous ones first. My Hero Academia Season 5. It is still airing, so I can't really say anything about it, but the episodes that are out are like, they aren't that good. So for now, it's just a 7 out of 10. Now, Nagatoro-san, or Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. This anime had a lot of hype and a big fan base before it even aired, and I watched Uzaki-chan no Asobitai, so I thought why not give it a shot. The first episode is bullying. It was shit, it was horrible. The male MC literally cries because the bitch bullies him so much. I was gonna drop it, but I thought maybe it is gonna get better from second episode and was gonna watch one more episode. If it was the same shit, I would have dropped it. And yeah, it was almost like a complete 180-degree turn. The show was wholesome as fuck now. Now I don't really have to summarize from here on because the author is a doujinshi artist and it's basically a love story, so you know what's gonna happen next. It's just them slowly falling in love with each other, which isn't made quite clear, but you basically know it. It's basically like Ozaki-chan, and yeah, 8 out of 10. And now for the shittiest show of the season, Fumetsu no Anata or To Your Eternity. Now you might be like, what the fuck are you on about? Yeah, I know, I understand. The show is great, but why is it shit? Because of the characters. Now, basically, if you kill an unknown character, no one's gonna care, right? They're just gonna be like, oh, they died. And when you kill a famous character or a character that the people that are watching have kind of a bond with, it's gonna be sad. In this show, the characters get character development, like the characters are developed for them to be killed. Like it literally doesn't make sense because there are some situations in the show where they could have fucking dodged an arrow and none of them would have died. And in another situation, the character protects another character but they die and the other one survives. And they don't even show how the other one survives because you can't really show it, you know? Like it's a situation where if one of them dies, then the other must definitely die. Whenever you see a character, you know they're gonna die and you don't even feel nothing for them. First episode was great, 12 out of 10, but later on it just gets dark and shit. It's good, but it ain't that great. The opening song, it is really good. Overall, it's a 7 out of 10. Tokyo Revengers. It's about a guy who just wanted to change his past, like every other isekai and time travel or time loop anime. I don't know what to really tell you all about, except for go watch it. Great opening and ending songs, cool main and side characters, heartwarming scenes, and also sad scenes. Now, somewhere along the line, the time looping thing is gonna be really annoying. Basically, a really good anime this season. And yeah, you should definitely watch it. 8 out of 10. Now, Higehiro was this long ass name that entirely tells you the plot without me explaining it to you. It was good at the beginning, the past trauma of the MC, which was really built up. In my opinion, it wasn't really executed well. It was just like 10 minutes or something like that, usually, which would have been at least an episode long. The episodes after the reveal are also kind of not that great, but they are okay. So yeah, it got a wholesome ending, and yeah, 8 out of 10. And now for another disappointment, 86. The light novel apparently won awards in Japan, so I guess it is kinda good, but the season 1, the 11 episodes that are out,
No.
it's like Attack on Titan season 1, where you don't really understand shit that is going on, but you should act like you understand so that you don't seem stupid. But yeah, season 1, not so great. You don't really understand what's going on. If you skip a dialogue or miss a dialogue or two, then
You're fucked.
you have to rewatch it again. As far as the character dialogues and character interaction, yeah, it is really good, but it didn't live up to its name. Now the music, the outro and ending are good. So yeah. And now Vivi. I know many of you might have heard about this anime from many people. The animation, great. The fight scenes are great. The characters are also great. The music is also good. I guess the music and the animation also enlighten the story and everything else. The story is like an 8.5, but overall the show is 10. Now for a row of isekai animes. First of all, Isekai Mom. I really enjoyed the season 1 and was happy when I got to know there was a season 2 in April, but I haven't gotten the time to watch it, so I'm gonna put it here. Now, Sento and Hakenshimas or combatants will be dispatched. It is a comedic isekai show written by the same author of Konosuba with modern elements to it, but 7 out of 10. Slime 300 or this long name. Basically, I don't have to explain it to you. The name itself summarizes the story. It was wholesome, it was nice. 7 out of 10. 7.5. Okay, 8 out of 10. Slime Diaries. I really enjoyed season 2 of Slime, and Tensura Nikki is like a nice bridge between its part 1 and part 2, which is gonna be airing this season. It has slightly different art style, which I don't mind at all, fits the theme. It's mostly about the side characters and the daily life of the monsters that live in the monster nation. And yeah, in my opinion, this is on par with the season, or it is sometimes better than the actual story, even though it's a spin-off, because this is entirely like a new anime or like an extension to the season 1. Absolutely 10 out of 10 for me. Now for the remake of Shaman King. I know many people call it a shit show, but it ain't that bad. 7 out of 10. Now Eden Zero. This show also is rated really low, and I don't really understand why. In my opinion, it's a solid 8 out of 10. It's really good. Basically, it's just a happy anime with sad elements. The opening and ending are also really good, which I like, so 8 out of 10. Zombieland Saga Revenge is also one of the animes that I haven't completed, but I did watch a few episodes of it, and I met Eren with Shades. It is better than most idol animes out there. I'm not really a fan of idol animes, but yeah, it is good, I guess. So here, welcome to the Demon School Iruma-kun, or Mairimashita Iruma-kun. I didn't complete season 1 yet, so same to you. Now, 2 more isekai animes. The Saint's magic power is omnipotent is not that good, or it ain't that bad as well. Now, it also has an overpowered MC, but it ain't like your typical isekai shit where fight the monsters and all. It's just slow and calm and nice, and got a great ending. One of the episodes of the side characters called Aira, who is like the competition to the MC, she got a great episode, which is absolutely 10 out of 10 for me. It did raise the overall rating to the show for me because of how good that episode was. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Now, Full Dive RPG, with also its long ass name, is one of the best anime this season. I don't know why the rating of the show is like really low, but it is one of the funniest and most unique kind of isekai in my opinion. Not the plot, but the story. It is about a guy that gets trapped. Doesn't really get trapped, but he gets trapped in a game, and yeah, it continues from there. And it has its real life stuff. He ain't overpowered or shit, and it is really good. I really liked it. It is one of the best animes this season. A 9 out of 10. And now for the romance animes of this season. Koikimo, or This Name. This anime is similar to Higehiro, but completely different, where the MC is known as the one that likes kids. the female protagonist is 17. The show, in my opinion, has great character development. Both the main characters and side characters, they learn from each other, become better. Great opening and ending songs as well. I don't know if it overlaps with the manga, but the manga is still airing. So if there is no season 2, I'd still love to read the manga. 9.5 out of 10. This shit harem. The name. Don't get fooled by it. All of the girls in the show are his childhood friends. Yeah. Haha. Nice joke, author. But yeah, it ain't that bad when you compare the individual stories of the characters, but the interaction between the female heroines and the male lead aren't that good or great. This guy just jumps between all the girls like fucking Electron. Personally, I'd watch season 2 because I'm a piece of shit, but you don't have to be. You can just skip it. 6 out of 10. Mashiro no Oto or Those Snow White Notes. I've got to know about this anime from Gigax video. It's a music school type of anime. It's really good, nice direction, nice character writing. First episode was great. I hope there's a season 2. I'd definitely read the manga. And yeah, it is really good. 9 out of 10. Shadow's House is also another really good anime this season. Most of it is predictable. So I hope they don't do a big shitty reveal in season 2. If there will be a season 2. There are other interesting things which aren't really made sure. Overall, it got nice characters and animation. I really liked it. 8 out of 10. Super Cub is also an anime which is good. Like the name suggests, it's about Honda Super Cub. Not really, but yeah. The cub doesn't got anything to do with the story mostly. The story is about a girl that lives alone and she buys the Honda Super Cub because it was getting hard for her to travel to her school on her bicycle daily. And yeah, after buying the cub, her life changes. Anime is really good. I love bikes and I also love the art style and the colors of the anime. It's mostly like black and whitish, but when the MC is happy, colors become lively. Small stuff like that, which I really liked. And yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 anime as well. Now, the only anime that I dropped this season is Konosekai the animation. I liked the plot at the beginning. I just watched 4 episodes and I lost my interest after it. It's from a game apparently. Sometimes it does feel like the story is skipped. And yeah, it ain't that good. But if I were to rate it, it's like a 6 out of 10. And there's also the sequel or a special of Wonder Egg Priority. The season 1 is 8.5 out of 10, but this special is just shit. It was rushed, it's skipped, you don't really understand what's going on, it's just awful. I feel like the studio also knew that the ratings would be down because how shit they actually made it. It's just bad, I can't really explain it to you. The sequel of Yokoku no Moriarty. I really enjoyed the season 1 of Moriarty the Patriot. It had absolutely everything that I'd want from an anime of its kind, and season 2 or part 2 of season 1 is no less. Now I don't really know about Sherlock Holmes and the books, but the story in this anime is really great. It ain't about Sherlock, but all the side characters, antagonists, everyone, they are written really good. Yeah, 10 out of 10 anime. The ultimate voice flexing anime of all time. I'm a Spider So What or Kuma Desu ga Nanika. It actually aired in January of this year and was more of a CGI show than actual 2D anime. But the plot was good. It is isekai, but the MC is female, which many isekai animes doesn't really have, and even if they do, the anime is like a normal happy haha kind of anime. But in this anime, it is kind of different. The MC gets reincarnated as a spider, and the other world isn't really a normal typical isekai world. So where the animation carries the story, right? Or the music carries it. But here, the voice acting carries the show in my opinion. Now, it doesn't really have a bad story. The story is like 7.58 out of 10. But the voice acting is like 100 out of 10. Aoi Yuki, or the voice actress of the MC, did a wonderful job. In my opinion, you can't really top it, like there aren't many characters with whom you can top the voice acting of Aoi Yuki. 10 out of 10. Now another sequel, Fruits Basket the final. Fruits Basket is no cap one of the best animes. Like, it is a slice of life anime, and if you know what slice of life animes are, then you saved me some time. Fruits Basket is about this Chinese zodiac story. You might think your life sucks and you'd wish you have some other person's life, and they might think the same. Fruits Basket has always taught me, like, not to think that you're the only one that's suffering, and people around you also have shit that is going on in their lives, and they also might wish to have your life like you wish to have theirs. It did change my way of thinking about other people, and it's a really great show. The music, the character development, the interaction between the characters, they are all really good. There isn't really a specific factor that carries the anime except for them all. I really like the show. When you have this many characters that this show contains, it's like impossible for you to write a good story to each and everyone, right? Fruits Basket does it perfectly. And now for the romantic part, for me it felt like rushed, but looking back, it might have always been there. If you watched it, just let me know. Now I really wish the last season would have also been of 25 episodes, because some factors did feel like really rushed to me, but I guess they gave it a really good ending and all. It's a 10 out of 10 anime, and could have been the best anime of spring 2021, beating Really, or the best anime of 2021 until the final episode of Odd Taxi aired. This seemingly odd show is about animals with not so great animation and a Beastars theme. Or so you'd think, and you'd be wrong. I watched this anime in Gigak's Nutshell video. I was like, let's give it a shot, and I fell in love. The intro is amazing. It's one of the reasons that I stayed. And the characters, the colors, the animation, they're really good. The animation is similar to Crayon Shinchan, which I absolutely love. And yeah, the characters also have a great writing. If you wanna know more about this anime, you can just watch Vivek's video about it. It's about a taxi driver who has a disease where he cannot sleep properly, but he also has an ability where he can remember faces that he just sees once. Now the plot is that a high school girl goes missing, and the show is slightly about her. The show is about Odokawa and his journey, how he meets comedians struggling to make it, idols, guys that falls in love with those idols, good cops, bad cops, monkeys, and more monkeys, and also a fucking psycho. But they all have their own story, and they have a great story as well. Like, none of the side characters really seem like side characters, because they do get a lot of screen time, and we do get to know a lot of stuff about them, which I really liked. It's basically like Fruits Basket writing, really good. And I was gonna give it a 10 personally until episode 12. Now in Odd Taxi, there isn't really any big puzzle other than the missing high school girl, or so I thought. Without getting into spoilers, the thing with Odd Taxi is, it is like a puzzle. You do get to see things here and there that eventually meet up to a point to be revealed in the final episode, but it is done so good that you don't even see a problem with it. Now, if you really watch the show really carefully, then yes, you might be able to make out what the 13th episode has to offer, but I'm telling you, you actually don't expect it. The main puzzle of the story, you might look at it once, but it is overshadowed by all the other things. You'd completely forget about it. because of all the other factors like the high school girl, rapper boy, and monkey, etc. But the way it is revealed, the peak of the story writing. The episode 13 is one of the best, if not the best ending to a season that I've ever seen. Now, I personally think there's gonna be a season 2 or at least a special because the season 1 ends on a cliffhanger. So, yeah, I haven't really watched Code Geass for me to give you a comparison of the ending of that show and ending of Odd Taxi. But think about this. Code Geass has been completed, whereas Odd Taxi is just the ending of season 1 that is really good. I hope if there is a season 2, its ending would also be this great. But yeah, that's it. Fruits Basket, Baby 86, To Your Eternity, Odd Taxi, Koikimo, My Hero Academia as always. They got great songs. You can just hear the songs alone if you want to, but do give these shows a watch because it's definitely worth it. It was a pretty good season of anime, and yeah, the video is late because I had exams and shit, but that's it for now. Bye.